What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we are in our battle drills. We have the giant golem up, we have a ton of attacks to do, and well, we have to claim a couple things out, get things set up, but I want to do one big test against this giant golem. I want to see how our damage is done from a magic team standpoint and a true damage team standpoint. Compare them like 1-to-1. So like we're gonna have like the same team composition kind of, and then we're gonna run like the Merrily Corrin combo, and then we're gonna run the Alsa Odie combo to see which one kind of reigns supreme in this game mode. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. So one thing to talk about, the buffs that we are taking, we're actually going for all the energy kind of based ones. So we're going for Moment of Glory, where whenever an ally casts an ultimate, they restore HP, and then they can also increase their attack by a certain amount and crit, which is really, really good. And to work with that, we're going with Energy Flow. It recovers 80 energy for all allies every 3 seconds, increases ultimate damage by 40%. So again, this is really heavily investment on energy type heroes. And again, 5% max HP every time we cast an ultimate. They really synergize well together, and you don't need to use the more traditional healers in your setups. You can run more damage dealers. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run Citrana, I believe. We're gonna run you. We're definitely running Alsa. We are going to run Odie. And then after that, we kind of have some freedom here. We don't need healing necessarily. If we want, we could go for like another damage buffer. We shouldn't need Smokey on this one right here. So what I'm thinking of doing is potentially something like this, or actually, you know what? I wonder if it'd be better to do this. Do the swap over here, and then we can probably go something really offensive like Crescent Spell. Tons of extra damage for our magic damage dealer. So let's jump into it. Let's compare all these damage numbers. I feel like this team is going to be one of the best damaging teams we have. And again, because they're casting so many ultimates here too, they shouldn't have a need for a true healer at all. So we just got to see what this damage ends up looking like. One thing is, Alsa is going to get a ridiculous amount of ultimates. You can see she just used 3 chain ultimates, and it's actually like breaking her frame here almost, because she's using so many ultimates. It's almost like she just doesn't stop using her ultimates, because you have to remember too, she has those magic charms set up so that it gives her even more energy when she does this, and she is just stacking attack and crit chance to the roof. Yes, it only lasts for 3 seconds, but like literally within like 1 second she's doing 2 to 3 ultimates, so she's getting that stack way up there. And the fact that we have 2 damage buffers, technically 3, so we got Thorn buffing damage, we have Citrana buffing magic damage, and we have Ryanair buffing all damage by 25%. And you can see right here, we're about to hit 4 billion with this hit. I don't know if that's good or not. I can't tell just yet. We're gonna have to compare it. 3969, nice. Not too bad though. Let's check it out. Maybe running like another magic damage dealer in this team, like Cassidy over someone like Ryanair might be a good play, or maybe even over Thorn, but I just didn't have her in the lineup. Maybe after this we'll get that done. Let's see what our damage looks like compared to other guild mates here. So some people are hitting like in the 5 billion range. Good lord, holy cow. So let's take this, let's take a look at this again. Let's swap out these 2 heroes and you, and let's go with a more traditional Merrily Corrin type team. And what's the HP level at? Hold on. What's 55%? So we're not going to use Vala just yet. Let's take out the magic damage dealers. Let's throw in you, and let's throw in where was she? There she is, Merrily. Now this one we have like a little bit of freedom to maybe run like actually, that could be pretty good. Running Scarlita, because of her season ability, increases the damage done in the last 40 seconds of battle, so this could be a really solid team. The other thing I consider running is like Shakir, but I think this is pretty good. Honestly, I think I have way too many support heroes on my lineup. I'm gonna have to do some changes here towards the end. Man, this battlefield is one of the few you can see what Scarlita does so easily right at the beginning of this battle here. Let's see what these damage numbers actually look like. If true damage is still reigning supreme, then that's really awesome, because that really still gives value to Merrily and Corrin over like magic damage dealers like Alsa, which not everybody has Alsa. Everybody does have Odie, not everybody has Alsa. And again, maybe even running like a Smokey just for the additional damage and the % attack buffs could still be good on that other team instead of like the Thorin. So Let's see what our damage looks like. We're already at 2.5. This does feel like it is lacking a little bit. We could probably go with Evocation Spell over the Quick Blade, because I don't think Quick Blade is going to be as good here. We don't need the tankiness or anything, and we're only hitting about 3 billion on this one, so not quite as good as I was hoping. Scarlita's damage, a little lacking too. Corrin is the big damage dealer. Let's see if we can modify this team a little bit and get maybe potentially more damage out of this. Let's drop you and run maybe the Smokey, and let's also run Evocation Spell and see what this damage looks like. I feel like this is one game mode a lot of people haven't done too much testing on, or at least videos or guides on. So the Desolate Grounds here is a very unique scenario because he does knock down allies, which again, you can prevent him from knocking you down, that'd be great, but there is going to be time where you are going to get knocked down. Smokey is of course doing damage here as well, which is good. And again, maybe running this team right here, just swapping out back for our magic damage dealers again, could be good for us. 2.3, 45 seconds left. This is looking solid, but you got to remember a lot of our damage was front loaded there with the Smokey. Granted, now we're dealing 40% bonus damage because of the Scarlita on the battlefield. It looks like we're going to come to like 3.5 billion maybe, if we're lucky. .1, not even 3.2 it looks like, so not a crazy high damaging number. Looks like Corrin is really good in this game mode though. Very, very good if you are running these types of heroes. Let's go back in. Let's go and do a more traditional team like we were doing before. So we're going to drop you guys out. I'll leave you in. Sadly, we can't use the Rainier now though. Oh, I just realized that. No, there goes my bonus damage I wanted there. I guess we could try running some other heroes in this team, but I kind of want to keep one physical team towards the end as well. Honestly, some of these are just going to be less than optimal, it looks like. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to push those crazy high damage numbers. And overall, I think this can still do really good even without the Rainier, because, I mean, I don't know, Smokey versus Rainier is really tough choice here. Smokey's going to get his third ultimate very early on right here. Here we go. We're ramping damage, doing tons of stuff. Man, also just goes absolutely crazy here. And again, maybe we should run someone like Cassidy so that we're ripping the magic defense too. That could be something I slot in here because I don't think I'm going to be fighting any of the waves. I think I'm specifically going to be doing bosses here this week. So once we zero an energy out of one of these heroes we're not going to use as much, we can potentially do better. So yeah, look at that. Already up to 4.1 billion now with this type of team. Smokey might be the way to go here over even a Rainier. Honestly, dropping the Thorin for Rainier might be the play, because that was a ton of damage right there. Could also be the Evocation Spell is doing a lot of work on this one too. So 4.5 billion. That was a lot more damage. Look at that. Odie also, even Citrana. My brain just went out there. Maybe dropping the Thorin for some like Cassidy action. That could be really, really good. So that's not too bad. So that puts us in a pretty good spot here. Puts us at number 6 overall. Bogzor is just killing it though. Yeah, the Odie comp right here. So maybe running the Coco is going to be the better play here. Could be. Because right here, this is the part where probably having Coco in your best lineup is probably the best. And this is why Evocation Spell works out really good too, because Evocation Spell does provide shielding. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to throw Coco in our main team to provide those shields. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, honestly, but I guess it actually does end up being a lot of damage. So we can run this squad one more time with this hero setup. We can still run Citrana there, and I guess we can run the Smokey. It's probably still one of the better matchups or lineups that we can run here. So let's show it the difference now. I think still going Evocation Spell is probably going to be the best. Well, I don't know. Might be better doing Crescent Spell now. Let's see how this works out. So we have tons of shielding here now, so this might be absolutely crazy good. Maybe we get a number 1 hit, and this kind of just goes to show Coco is required required if you want to do crazy boss damage, because those shields are going to just prevent you from getting that knockdown. And I guess it really comes down to that knockdown ability really does put you on your butt for a very long time. And right there, now we have the shield so that when he does this next ability here, no, not this one. Where is it? Gonna be next? This one, no, he's still just doing the slash. Interesting. Have we not been knocked down yet? This ability, right? Yeah, see, so we had shields, so we got like knocked down, but everybody got right back up, which is interesting. Still at 40 seconds left too, and now we're doing the smoky ultimate, which is gonna rack up more damage too. We're at 4 billion. This is interesting. Maybe evocation spell is just even better, just for more uptime on shields potentially. Are we gonna hit 5 billion? Man, it'd be insane if we hit 5 billion. 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, almost. Man, that is solid. So definitely running Coco is a must-have here. Holy cow. The amount of damage that adds up is insane. Honestly, I kind of feel like dropping the Smoky for somebody else. Another magic buffer. So that's interesting. We'll keep running this team. We are going to run Vala next. So we're going to go for a very offensive physical damage type of team too. So we go, we'll actually throw you in too. We'll actually, you know what? I kind of want to run these heroes again. That looks good. I still want to run Vala in this because Vala's going to do tons of damage. And then either Shakir. Yeah, I think Shakir is probably the better play. Just because of his aura. Should have 3 heroes in it. So let's see what a more true damage type team can be. But it does seem like magic might be the way to go. And evocation spell might just be best in slot for artifacts here, really, no matter the team. We'll do this one with the quick blade spell. And then we should have enough for our team to do another physical damage hit with evocation spell maybe. And honestly, maybe slotting Kruger back in here too, because I have a couple of heroes that are kind of just useless in this, like Aaron and stuff. So I don't know if we should just completely take them off our list here. Corrin, I think Corrin does so well in this because he provides so much shielding to himself plus one other target that it ends up being a lot of uptime on the prevention of us being like knocked down and stunned and everything. This is still really good damage. We're over 3 billion already, and you can just goes to show Coco is the must have, it seems like, right here. Yeah, 3.5, getting close to 4 even maybe. Nah, not quite. About 3.7. That's still pretty solid damage. Wonder what Vala did there. Yep, I figured Vala would carry hard the second we get under 50% on this boss. It would be a ton of damage here. So we can even go for a better team geared towards the Vala. So we can do something like this where we're running our Reese too. Again, Reese kind of, he's probably going to do a lot of damage. I just don't know if he's necessary. Even Scarlita feels like it might be a little bit non-necessary. So let's do this again. Another run back here. We're just going to show you guys all of our different damaging combos. I love Reese. Reese is probably one of my favorite heroes in the game, and he just does so much damage. And I think with the boss, his ultimate hits him 2 to 3 times because of the way that his ultimate hits in an arc. It's really just based on the hitbox of the boss if he can actually hit him multiple times. But this is looking pretty good. Reese is getting a ton of ultimates off, and that's where a ton of his damage comes from. Vala is doing pretty good. The only downside here is we're only keeping like 2 heroes in the Shakir aura. Not quite getting 3. And you really want 3 in there, but like Reese just keeps running in and out. We could probably place our Florbell in a better spot to stay in it, if that's where Shakir's gonna be. Again, Florbell with her season ability does buff the damage that the target takes. So it is she is kind of like a buffer slash damage dealer, which is kind of a cool slot to have in this type of thing. And yeah, this is definitely a lot of damage. There's a couple heroes I do want to slot in. I want to slot in Cassidy, and I think I want to put Kruger back in one of these teams too for more physical defense rip. Yeah, Vala popping off. You can see even Reese doing a lot of damage here. So we're just going to continue. Let's try to use all of our power up here. Really, it's just the one hero that's going to go a little bit unused, and that's the Aaron. Unless we do 2 attempts with only 4 heroes, then we can do this attempt with 4. I think you need at least 4 heroes to do this. So let's go with Evocation spell. Yes, we're gonna do. So this is just kind of more or less the way that I'm gonna try to optimize a little bit of our energy usage here. I forgot to move the floor bell, thinking about my energy too much. Still not bad. I feel like this will be at least like a 2 billion hit, even with like 4 heroes. And again, using evocation spell, occasionally we'll get some shielding from it too, so that's not too bad. And again, it really doesn't seem like you need true healing support heroes, so long as you have those two buffs, the one that basically heals you for 5% HP every time you use an ultimate, and gaining additional 580 energy. That just seems like a really sick combo. So tomorrow, I think we're going to be able to get a new record, if the boss is still up. I don't know if he's going to be up, but it is potential. And yeah, this looks like even this one is still a 3 billion hit, potentially. So not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all. Almost, yeah, no, we actually broke 3 billion right there. That was huge damage. That was not too bad. And yeah, like I said, Reese is a really strong physical damage dealer. Adding like a Kruger to this team too could be absolutely like crushing it. Last hit for us. This one's going to be more of a throwaway attempt. Can you do? Oh, you can do it with just 3. Interesting. 3 probably would have been the play, but overall, you guys can see the top damage dealing hits are basically becoming the magic damage dealers here. You see our own attempt here, and I think it'll be even better if I drop the Smokey and add in a Cassidy. Although this is like an amazing 5-faction aura. Honestly, dropping the Smokey for Rainier is probably the best play, because this is our best hit by far. Our next closest, yep, the magic damage dealing team. The next closest, the magic damage dealing team. So magic damage dealers are reigning supreme. The Vala one getting very close though. Maybe if we had like Rainier and the Vala team, that could work. But yeah, you can see we're down to 42%. Not too bad. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.